Well, with the long list of job openings comes the need for a qualified labor pool, and we were just talking earlier about your involvement with the SEMPO Institute training.
Absolutely. So one of the things that we're most proud of is launching the SEMPO Institute, and it was a labor of love and a lot of volunteer labor. We had probably, I would say, 60 or more volunteer authors, contributors, and editors who pooled their knowledge into a set of best practices and tactics in the traditional SEO disciplines as well as paid search advertising. And so we've got 3 courses now. We have a fundamentals to bring people in from any discipline outside of our market and come in and ramp you up to get you understanding what you need to know about search. And then we have 2 advanced tracks, one for SEO and one for search advertising, that are equivalent to college courses as far as the intensity and the work that is involved. Quizzes, there's a test for each lesson. Each course has approximately 13 or 14 lessons, and some of the lessons are quite robust. So we do see it being a fairly hefty involvement. But already, we've only had a few people through the advanced search advertising courses, but the ones, their employers tell us that they're much better and much more productive now as employees. We've had over 168 students total entering the the institute, and many of them have graduated now. One guy actually completed all 3 in fairly record time. I was surprised. He's just soaking up the knowledge. It's great.
Well, excellent, excellent. Have you done anything with social media at all? It kind of seems to be the buzz in the industry these days.
It's very sexy, isn't it?
SMO.
SMOs, no. Gosh, it sure looks an awful lot like PR to me, doesn't it? I think we just like to come up with new labels. Yeah, it's fun. It's much more fun. Well, it's a different type of PR. It's a different type of discipline. It's harder to price as an agency because it looks more like a consultation service as opposed to a media buy. Because you call it social media, but it's really not social media. It's just media relations. It's media relations in a number of different channels, essentially. So yes, we are doing some of that, and we've actually, for a couple of clients who have a target market that is essentially entirely online, so they didn't want to do any offline. They really wanted to do guerrilla and grassroots type of growth. You really have no choice but to go directly to the blogs, the video channels, to the various sharing and communities, and talk about it. Particularly, this particular client is in the sports, the online sports and gaming industry. So gamers hang out on gamer sites. That's where they are. They're not watching television.
Right, right. Well, are you doing anything with video then?
We're starting to. I'm very excited. We want to do more, obviously, because you can optimize video, so we can optimize existing assets. And we're getting into actually our first production of a video for a client. So usually we're on the receiving end. We're sort of the last channel. You think, oh yeah, search, you know. Yeah. So we get the assets that they've already used for maybe a direct response or a television commercial. So you're really just sort of stuck optimizing a 30-second or a 60-second spot. But we'd like to do more specific to internet. And we also do a lot of flash development as well.
Interesting. I didn't realize you guys were going down that road. But
well, heck yeah, we do all kinds of stuff.
As a full service, I shouldn't expect it, I guess. Last question. What's your biggest pet peeve about the industry these days?
Lawyers. No, just kidding. Kidding. Totally kidding. Totally kidding. God, probably my biggest pet peeve is the devaluing of the services. In many cases, we still see, so we have on the SEMPO site, there's a little kind of an RFP form thing where people can submit requests for services to our membership. And you know, I monitor them pretty frequently. It helps me get a pulse on the demand out there for search marketing services. And there is still a great gap of knowledge about how much work search marketing is. It's not like all marketing, it's work. You could put a little into it or you can put a lot into it, and your result is pretty much dependent on your level of effort and resources going in. So I consistently see people coming in with unreal expectations of being #1 for a really difficult category like financial services at a whopping budget of $4,000. And it's just not going to get you there. It's not. Just like you couldn't go and try to dominate the U.S. commercial or consumer space for VoIP, with a budget of $50,000. You're not going to do it. Sorry, you'll buy one commercial in one metro and that's it. side, that there truly is a major knowledge gap there. And of course, SEMPO is constantly trying to re-educate the public and let them understand how to be better buyers and consumers of search marketing.
Appreciate you taking the time with us. Thanks, Dana.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.